Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the HypnoPro Accelerator podcast. I'm Kimberly Lynn.
And I'm Whitney Christina.
And today we are going to be talking about your website, the bare minimum of pages, functionality, everything you need to have a really great website function really great for your professional hypnosis business.
Right from the start.
Welcome to HypnoPro Accelerator, the podcast set to transform your hypnosis business. I'm Kimberly Lynn, and alongside my partner, Whitney Christina, we're your co-pilots in the fast lane to success for professional hypnotists. Join us as we explore the art of building a thriving hypnosis practice. We'll discuss captivating offers, effective client communication, and share our own insights from the profession. No gimmicks, just practical strategies from two experts who understand the world of professional hypnosis inside and out. So grab your coffee or something stronger, we won't judge, and settle in and get ready to accelerate your hypnosis business like never before. It's time to take your practice to new heights. Let's make it happen. Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to get right to it today. We're going to talk about what web pages you need, right? If you're just getting started, what web pages do you need on your website to look professional and reliable and safe? What kind of functionality do you need? What kind of software and integrations you need? This should be a very thorough overview for you. And so today's podcast is a very much a how-to. So be taking notes or come back later when you can write this all down. And we'll have an outline in the show notes for you too. All right, so let's get started. First of all, this is a really important topic to me because I got started 5 years ago and I didn't know anything about domains and how to get them and integrate them and build websites. I knew nothing. And 5.5 years later, I think I've probably just alone built probably 10 unique websites. I probably own 50 web domains. I've done all of it many, many times now. I'm not going to say that I am a professional designer, but I have done all my own stuff up until now, and I have learned a lot. Quickly, Whitney, kind of what's your experience with your website?
So, my experience is coming from, I have not built or done with websites. I have given information to people to build websites. The website for me is the key to opening your doors for business, right? You become a certified hypnotist. You've got all that now. How are people going to schedule with you? How are people going to pay you? How are people going to find you? How are people going to know what you do? So for me, I couldn't open my doors until I had a website so people could schedule and pay and find out
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah. And I totally agree with you. I think of a website as your virtual store, whether you're selling things on your website or not. It's absolutely a necessity in 2024, 2025 and beyond to have a website. It's got to be professional. There's so many little tiny things that you need to know so that it can perform well, so that it can bring in your ideal client. And we are talking from two unique perspectives here. Whitney is on that non-technical side, but business success. And I have all of that technical stuff that you really need to know. So first of all, we're going to talk about the bare minimum, how many pages I think you need to get started to have a fully functioning bare minimum website that looks professional and performs well. So here we go. I'm going to list them out and then we're going to talk about each one. There are the homepage. The homepage is a clear introduction. Oh, I'm not going to do the explanations. I'm going to list them out first. So the homepage, I'm going to start over. So I'm going to list them all out. First of all, you need the homepage, an about page, a services page, and a contact page, a testimonials page or a reviews page. And if you don't have an online scheduler on your contact page, you also need to have a scheduling page. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages I think you need to have a fully formed, operational, and professional looking website. So we're not talking about design here. We're just talking about the functionality of what pages you need. So let's talk quickly about the home page. It needs to be a clear introduction of who you are. I really think it should have your picture. It should have really powerful headlines that Google can see, tells people who you are and exactly what to do or what you do. And somewhere on that page, hopefully in the upper right corner, so on your screen, it might be over here, but for me, right is over here, upper right corner, a call to action. Maybe a schedule a consultation now, but in that upper right corner, people look at websites in a circular way. And so typically everybody starts in the upper right corner. Everybody knows that's where you go for the button. So that's where your button should be. Any thoughts about that, Whitney?
I agree 100%. That's the first thing that you need. Yeah.
Yes.
A solid homepage.
That's right. And those headlines are really important. They really need to tell people who you are, what you do, and it needs to be something that Google can see those keywords are in there, okay? Now, an about page, I think an about page can have a long list of all your certifications and everything, but it should be at the bottom. At the top should be another, maybe a different picture of you, a gorgeous, welcoming picture of you, and it should have a well-written bio that tells people who you are, why you care about hypnosis, that journey, but also just some personal details that make you approachable, and welcoming to their website. And maybe share a few little tidbits. But then at the bottom, I think it's perfectly fine for you to list all those certifications every time you spoke somewhere. All your different accolades and everything. Make it a big long list. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I highly recommend you need to have at least one place on your website where you actually talk about all of your certifications, everything, even if you don't hang them up all over the walls in your office because it'd be a little much. That's the one place you should do it. What do you think, Whitney?
Yep, I totally agree. For me, the about page is when the people have a problem and they're ready to do something with it. They want to know that the person that they're talking to knows their stuff. So if you have an about page, I think it's really important to have the relatable part of it, have like not your hobbies, but Julie's going to tell you all the things you need on the about page,
Yeah.
but so that you're relatable and that people know that, oh, I feel like I can really talk to her. But you know what?
Yeah.
While we're sitting down and talking, I want to know that this person knows what they're doing, that they have the experience, that they have the background, that I am safe and I am in good hands with this person. So your about you,
Yeah.
your about me page is not only relatable, but it's really, it's really where you put everything on the table that people can connect to and go, yeah, I'm safe and I can book. So they will look at that absolutely to make sure that you are the person for them.
Absolutely. I'm going to skip over services page and do that one last because I think, a bit more to say about it. A contact page is next. That's easy. It should have some kind of form for someone to fill out that they can submit and send you a message that has possibly nothing to do with like a scheduling of a consultation, for instance. I highly recommend that you put in some kind of CAPTCHA into that form so that you don't get bots filling it out. That someone that is a human being has to put the puzzle piece, something like that, that says they're human. But it can be a place for people to just send you messages. And that's really what a contact page is for. Make sure you put your name, address, email, phone number there again, so they can just call you. If you have the ability, just link it and make sure they can just tap it and it calls you, that kind of thing. Tap that link and it emails you, but at the minimum, make sure it's listed there again. Links to your social media should also go on that page. A lot of times they go in the footer of your page, but you can certainly put them on your contact page. And that's really about all your contact page is for. It's just got your name, address, phone number, and a form to fill out. And then any thoughts about that, Whitney? It's pretty basic.
Totally agree. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next related one, which I would call a book with me or a schedule with me or a schedule a consultation page, a scheduling page. This is a single page. The only purpose of this page is for them to schedule that free consultation if you offer one, or Maybe you actually let people book right from your website and pay. This could also be that page. I have a free consultations page. This is the entire purpose of this page. I've integrated a calendar with my website so people can book this free meeting with me. It automatically signs a Zoom link so that I can meet with them whether they're local or not. It's always Zoom for me. If it's, if you want to, you can actually, if you can set up your calendar that way, they can choose locations. If they're local, maybe they can come into your office, but it integrates, it works so that it doesn't overbook you and they can just schedule at their convenience. And all the buttons, wherever they are on your website that say schedule a consultation, direct them back to this page. These website links are actually really good for your website performance and things like that as far as like Google, but you need to have a page, I think, just for scheduling that free consultation. Whitney?
Yep. I agree. And this is related, but not related. So when you are setting up your consultation times, you want to have enough time so that they have enough options to see you, but you don't want your whole day. Like, even if your whole day is open, you don't want them to see that. You want to give the impression that you are limited, your time is valuable. So be really strategic about where you allow those consultation times to be.
Yes.
Now,
yes, I agree with
you
that.
You can say to the person, well, I'll make an exception for you and I'll schedule you a consultation right now because I have that. But that's something that you're doing for them that is special above and beyond what the normal person visiting the website would be.
Yep. Fantastic. Totally agree. We can do an episode on things like that, like looking busy on your calendar, because a lot of calendars do that. But it is a good idea. All right. So then the next thing you need is a results or testimonials page. Obviously, you're going to, you should have set up your Google business, you might have a link here to let people go give you a review. You can copy, paste, and like feature specific reviews on this website. If someone ever does, and I highly recommend this, video testimonials with you, this is where you post them. Just audio ones, maybe on the phone or a podcast format where you just link the MP3 and people can listen to it. That's okay too. Pictures, videos, and written testimonials of all kinds linked to your Google business as well, so they can give you reviews from this page. This is just the place where people go to read about your success and the results that people have gotten with you. It is kind of optional, but I still highly recommend it. Google really needs that. You know what? I just remembered there's a page that I forgot to mention that I have to mention right here. So I'm going to just keep going. An FAQs page is the most important page to Google. So you should also consider putting in an FAQs page. This is where you go to AI maybe, or gather from your clients what their most typical normal questions are. And this is where you answer them. An FAQs page with Google is the only place that they trust that you are being 100% honest and not overinflating what you do and what your results are. Because an FAQs page is the place where you directly answer the questions, not market. So Google really wants to see your FAQs page full of keywords, full of honest, direct answers. All those typical questions that you will get from for a business, you need to list them on your FAQs page, and it's just one single page. Did you know that, Whitney?
I knew that when you told me. I'm like, oh yes, you have to have that. I didn't know that Google ranked it so highly. Oops, sorry.
They do. It's the only place they figure that you are not lying to your customers. Not that we would, but that's what Google thinks. So,
Right.
Okay. All right.
And you mentioned that you think that the testimonials page, I'm just jumping back a little bit, the testimonial page is optional. And I have a different opinion.
No.
I don't think it's optional. I think that so first of all, the person is coming to you, they have a problem, they need it solved. They're hoping that you can solve it. So they're going to they're going to Google you, they're going to see, okay, you have a homepage. Then they're going to look about you and say, okay, so she's got these certifications, she's done the training, she's done these hours, she's speaker, she's got all this going. So now I'm going to trust her. But what does she really do? Well, like you were saying, Google relies on the FAQ page and humans rely on the testimonial page. Has she helped somebody like me?
Yeah, I
Has she
agree.
helped somebody like me? Does she know what she's doing? So
Yeah.
I think you need to get you some testimonials and get them up on the page and keep them
Yeah.
coming.
I guess I prepared way too much information. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick this topic up in another podcast. So we're going to do, this is websites part 1, and we're going to pick up and do more on websites in the future. So this ought to get you started on the essential pages you need for your awesome professional hypnosis website. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe to our channel. It helps us reach other people, help other people. We have a awesome free Facebook group where we talk about this stuff and more, and we have challenges and people asking questions and all sorts of fun. We also have a free and absolutely free monthly live Zoom training where we are going step by step. We're going deeper. We're answering your questions. So please check that out. All the links are in the description of this video. Please stick with us. We'll see you next time. Thank you.